Hey guys, welcome back to the Hear Me Roar pod. I am Toby and my co-host is none other than the Kate Save, which you might know her from Shark Tank. She's also founder of BeFit Foods and picked up Telstra's Business of the Year award too. Kate?
Well, Toby, you've got a super impressive CV, 25 years in global commercialisation experience, and you founded Creative Cubes, Australia's leading co-working space and real estate business.
All right, let's get on with the pod. Kate,
Welcome back to the pod.
we've done a lot of these,
Yeah.
a lot, and there's been some amazing guests.
Absolutely, and it just keeps going and going. Like the excitement that comes out of every episode, the key takeaways.
I'm really excited about this one.
Me too.
I'm very happily married, but I have a massive crush on Owen.
You think?
Well, actually, this is not my fault.
Okay.
This is not my fault. So if you're watching online, Owen's sneaker is in this glass box here. Harper, good old Harper, went up to him after the game and goes, "Can I have your sneakers?" And he obliged. He took it off. He doesn't know, though, that sat outside my laundry for probably 3 days while it just cooled off. And then we ordered a box off Amazon. But Owen is at this moment in time, Owen is the longest serving Southeast Melbourne Phoenix player.
Amazing. Let's get
And
him
he's
on.
super young. So I'm looking forward to bringing him on the show. But first, we'll hear a quick word from Rise. Guys, I want to introduce you to Rise, a business cohort like no other. So what is the Rise Network? Rise Network is a curated inner circle of 10 to 12 like-minded peers designed to provide a confidential, high-trust environment where business owners and leaders can gain strategic insights, actionable solutions, and lasting relationships. Rise isn't just networking, it's a game-changing business support system. It has strategic problem solving built in, expert facilitation, actionable insights, long-term impact and authentic relationships, and it's based exclusively around high-trust cohorts. For your membership, you gain full access to Creative Cubes. That means you can drop in when you're on the run to use the meeting rooms, breakout spaces, or even just dock in for the day. We wanted to serve the underserved, the people that do need the help, do need the support, don't necessarily have the funds to be able to do it, and don't necessarily fit into one of these other organizations. And so that's where Rise kind of came from. So there you have it, guys. Go to werise.au, and I hope to see you at one of our cohorts soon.
Signing on for 2 more years with the Phoenix, making him the longest serving Phoenix player in our club's history, the big O, Owen Foxwell!
Foxy, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you taking the time. You're in the headlines at the moment.
A little bit here and there. It was a little bit more during the season, but it kind
Yeah.
of died down now, which is nice.
So for those that are joining in for the first time, Owen Foxwell, number 30
Yep.
for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Unfortunately for us fans, I got goosebumps. He's been recruited
Yep.
to Wisconsin to play college basketball. So you're leaving us from the Phoenix. We hope you'll come back one day, and I think that there's a lot being said about that in the media. We won't talk about that here. How are you feeling, man?
Yeah, good. It's a little bit bittersweet. Obviously, I think for me, being a Melbourne boy from the southeast suburbs, it's kind of growing up and getting to play for your hometown team and where you grew up and where you played so many games is really special, and not a lot of people get to do it. So kind of departing in this way, like, doesn't hurt, but it's a little bit bittersweet because obviously there's an opportunity to always come back. But this opportunity was a little bit too much to turn down.
I've
It's a
seen
big deal.
pictures on your Instagram with your girlfriend. Is she going?
She will be for most of it, which
so
is
good.
which is really
Yeah.
good. So luckily enough, she's in a gap year at the moment. She's
So good.
hopefully gonna be a psychologist one day, so she'll start her masters next year, which is really exciting, and hopefully she'll come out for most of the time, which is nice.
That's
Amazing.
amazing. So I want to double click. We actually just had Steph on last, and she talked about, mindset in sport. So I wonder if your girlfriend sort of being exposed to you and being a psychologist, maybe there's something there, Mamba mentality-esque or
Yeah.
Mamba Cedar mentality-esque. couple things I want to like double click on here. As an observer, as a fan and a sponsor, I get to ride along with the team and get close enough to the team. Foxy and I know each other, but he doesn't know a lot about what I see, because every time he comes past at the end of the game, gives me 5, signs some stuff for the girls, and then moves on. But 2 seasons ago, we had Derek Walton Jr. on the team. And you were sort of backing him up. This is my observation. I'd love you to distill this or qualify it, right? Or dismiss this or qualify it. But Derek goes down, gets injured, and now all of a sudden you're thrusted into starting point guard.
Yep.
What I noticed was a guy previous to Derek going down, sort of backing someone up, backing, playing your role on the team. Then when the opportunity opened up and he was injured and someone had to step in, what I noticed in you was the shoulders went back, and whether this was a reality or not, my observation was it's my time now. And you have gone on to own that role. And what I love about it is you're a relatively young kid, or you're a lot younger than me. I'm 45. And just the mindset on display for me was so exhilarating to watch. What was your perspective?
Yeah, I think mindset's the good one for me. Basketball is such and a lot of sports. Everybody that plays professionally has something. You all have, the assets and the skill set to play at that level. That's why you are. But ultimately, it comes down to how much do you believe in yourself and the confidence you kind of express and the confidence you have in your game, and it takes you a long way. For me, I was always a really good junior, played at Vic level, but was never a junior Australian, never an AIS kid. So that was kind of like one of those things that, they don't think I'm good enough for this. So I was kind of always behind the 8 ball a little bit. And then same as before I met you, the first 2 years at Southeast, I was kind of not backing anybody up. I was, end of the bench, not playing, and guys would get injured and I'd come in and play for 10 minutes and I'd play really well, and then you go back to your role. So the first 2 years of my career was, just trying to find a role and, always believing in myself every moment. So when Derek went down, it was kind of like, it wasn't like, this is my moment. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm kind of ready for this. I believe in myself. So when I started playing so well, it wasn't like a surprise to me. I was always kind of ready to go. So you could call it a blessing in disguise. You never want anybody to get hurt, but obviously it helped my career, and kind of Josh and how he sees the game is exactly the same as me. So that made it easy too.
So I think a couple of things happened at the same time, right? We lost Coach Kelly, who was a great guy. I grew up watching Mike play for Southeast Melbourne Magic. And then to sit at dinner with him, and so it was very short in my time at the club. But I think like losing Mike and gaining Josh, and then Josh inheriting Derek and Derek going down, like for me, it's just like all these things just stacked just so neatly. But what I noticed in you, Owen, was like, again, the shoulders back, the head up. I think you set the tone for the team, and I think you set the tone for the Josh King era at Phoenix as well. And then a huge highlight for me was watching your brother check into the game and him hitting that elbow or free throw, like on jump shot. Man, Sim was at that game, and she was like, I can't get her at any game. I got her to game 6 of Boston versus Los Angeles in 2010. And we've been together like 25, 26 years. I think she's been to 5 basketball games. And then one of them was your younger brother when he came out, and she jumped out of her seat and was really excited. So I'm really, really excited about, I'm really lucky to have sort of watched you come through, and I'm really excited about what's ahead of you. How old are you now?
22.
22. And you're going into college?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a different environment. I'd like to say a lot of people in the States wouldn't like me saying it, but I'd like to see it as like going from playing against men to kids, so it might look a little bit different. Yeah,
and so it's kind of a little weird, a little bit, I think, because you kind of finish high school and go into college, whereas you finish high school, you've gone and played pro in Australia, and now you're going into college.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're kind of like, it's an inverse.
Yeah, it is. So generally, kids going from high school, they then go and play college, which is university age, in that age bracket. And then for me, I decided to do professional, and now kind of circling back, and the opportunity to play in the States is one thing, which is a different platform. One is, it's in the United States, college basketball is on a grand scale of, popularity and who watches, and trying to get to that next level myself. And then obviously the other side, financially, the college basketball, kind of the system and where it is right now is really good. So when it became possible, I kind of couldn't turn it away.
Yeah.
I've got a question about the mindset. You said sitting on the bench there, your mindset was like, I can do this, I'm going to get there. How did you develop that mindset? How did you train that? Where did that inner drive come from?
I think it's all just like come from a belief of kind of all the things I've ever worked on as just like a person and as a player. Obviously, you sit on the edge of the bench and you have doubts of, are you going to get in? And there's the nervous aspect, and you don't know what's going to happen, and am I good enough? What it is, but it's
That's everyone every day.
Yeah, exactly.
But what do you do how did you get past that? Like, how did you keep showing up and believing? Like, what is that training? When you said you've done the work, what's the work?
I think it all just adds up. I was kind of committed to this like whole thing of being a professional basketballer since I was 13, 14 years old. So there's no way I could look at my life now or even back then and be like, I didn't want to do anything else. So it was, early morning trainings. It was after school trainings. It was on the weekends. It was everything to, kind of building to that moment. So it was like, you're either going to go in there and you're going to half-ass it, or you're going to go in there and try and grab it with two hands. And I would have rather and like my mindset was I'd rather go in there trying to grab it with both hands and give it my all and fail than, die wondering. So
what an incredible lesson for younger people listening right now, because I think a lot of people would be sitting on that bench with despair because they're not getting a go or they've got their 10 minutes. But actually having that mindset that if you've done the work, you're worth it, your time's going to come, just keep showing up, just keep showing up. I think there's an important message in that for
Absolutely.
young people.
Yeah, I have a great support system as well, which kind of goes a little bit under the radar when you're talking to people and stuff. Like I did have those moments of, not wanting to give up or anything like that, but like, you're down in the dumps, you're like, oh, is this the right opportunity for me? And I had the right people around me, my parents, my girlfriend that I've been with her for on 7 years this year. So
it's amazing.
all those people kind of always believed in me, which helped me keep pushing along.
Yeah.
Which is
So
really
that's
important.
your main supports, not professional mentors.
No.
It's actually your family unit.
But they are. I mean, his brother, one of his brothers is playing college.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He's about to go to college.
Yeah.
His younger brother is
Yeah.
about to swap out for the other brother.
Oh my!
Yeah.
And your dad played, but not pro.
Yeah.
But you've got that nucleus. You've got that pedigree there.
Yeah.
And then coming up with 3 brothers or 2 brothers or the 3 of them, I'm sure you guys are competitive as all hell,
when you
right?
weren't
Yeah.
professionally training.
Yeah, I think it's I like to call. I talked to somebody on a different podcast the other day. It's kind of like a healthy competitiveness and this kind of healthy drive, and it's always been ever since we were, teenagers that, Austin would come home from a game and be like, how many points you scored tonight, type of thing, and it's like, somebody sets a mark and then it's like, okay, we got to beat that, and somebody makes this team and it's like, oh, I haven't done that, I need to go and do that, and the battles in the backyard during COVID and all that stuff, it kind of adds up throughout the years of just silently pushing each other, which is really cool.
And does your family have a focus on health? Like, if you've all got to this elite level, there's some magic there. Like, what is it?
They're all consuming BeFit.
No, my mum's always been pretty big on, early on she was like, making sure you're eating right, and a lot of people would look at it as like a little bit of a control freak, but she just like has so much care for, us and, for us trying to achieve our goals. Because it's funny, it's like you look at my parents, like my parents don't like, they do enjoy going on holidays, but they haven't been on a holiday that involves like not going to watch somebody play basketball. It's which is really cool. Like they love it just as much as we do, which is equally as important too.
Yeah.
Owen, you're heading to college. Are you picking up any subjects, or is there a criteria, or are you just going to hoop?
No, I have to take subjects, which will be good. Like it's a free education, which is really important.
What are you going to dabble with?
I'm going to try and get into the business course there, which I have to jump through a few hoops to get there. But like in the summer, I have to take summer classes, which I think involves like a music subject, which would be interesting. But
You like music, or you can play music?
no, I don't. But we'll see how we go. But I'm trying to get into the business course, which
amazing.
will be good.
I think it's going to be really important to you,
Yeah.
especially if you're going to make a long-term profession out of this game.
Yeah.
And hopefully all of the success that comes, you're going to potentially want to give back and maybe invest in a team, or, do what Giddy's done at Hoop City or something, a business related to the sport.
Sure.
So I think that business acumen is going to be really, really powerful for you. How long are you going for?
It's unknown at the moment. It's kind of year by year. At the moment, it's 1 year. It might turn into 2. We'll have to wait and see. I think it's the college environment is evolving, at a rapid and kind of an unknown pace. So it all kind of just depends on the rules they implement. But hopefully, I'll get at least 2 years and then kind of come back to the professional environment again. And
Well, so you say come back.
yeah.
Do you have aspirations of playing in the NBA?
Of course, yeah. Like when I say coming back is like
Back to professional league.
back to professional leagues, and obviously NBA is the ultimate goal. Like, we got the Olympics coming up in 28, and would love to be, in the mix or kind of at those camps and giving myself a shot to make those teams. And kind of, I've never really put a cap on what I want to be as an athlete, as a person. So I kind of take the steps every single day to try and reach wherever I can get to. I kind of don't ever say no to an opportunity, or kind of look at, this is where I want to get to. I want to see where I can, reach, which is makes it exciting.
And what are your non-negotiables during the week? Like, what do you need to have done to feel prepped, feel ready?
I think during the season is just like we've talked about winning the days at Southeast. Like Luke Brennan's talked a lot about that, is kind of winning the little things, winning the days, and that could be you could wake up feeling terrible in the morning, like your body could be really sore, and you may not feeling 100%, but it's like ticking that one little box. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna get a 25-minute vitamin, and I can move at my own pace, but at least it's ticking a box for the day of getting better, that little 1%, which is really important for me. But at the moment, it's kind of just working on my body a lot, is lifting a lot. Mitch Fuller is our strength and conditioning coach at Southeast, and he does an awesome job with me, as well as Luke Vella. So just trying to get my body right and feeling good before I leave. This is the first time I've had an off season where I haven't played, which is a bit interesting.
How many games do you play in college?
It's pretty similar to the NBL year.
24?
It's a little bit more, I think. I think it goes, it's about, if you count the NCAA tournament at the end, it's, depending on how far you go, it could be close to 30 plus.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
How many games do you play in a regular season in the NBA, Kate? Pop quiz. Well, if there's 30, is 24 in the NBL, 30 in college. What do you think the NBA
What's
is?
the NBL now?
24, no?
I think we played more this year. I think we played 32 this year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That'll be your first pop
They advanced
quiz,
it because
right?
of the Ignite Cup.
Oh, Ignite.
They added more games. I think it ended up being 32.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
saved me.
So
Saved
32.
me.
No, pop quiz.
Oh,
That's
no.
NBL.
No,
What's
it's NBA.
Oh, okay.
NBA, what do you think?
Throw out any number.
20.
82.
What?
Hold on a second. How many do you think they play in baseball?
Oh, yeah.
Regular season. If NBL is 32, college is 32, NBA is 82, what do you reckon baseball is?
30.
James, have a crack.
I've cheated.
Oh, don't cheat.
I've got the answer. I looked it up, but it's it's wild.
What's the number?
160.
160 games.
No wonder your body's sore.
They play like every day in baseball.
Yeah,
Every
they do,
day.
and they do mini tournaments. So like when I
The
was in
series
LA,
stuff,
they come. There's a 3-game series: Dodgers versus Yankees.
Yeah.
So how does your body pull up, and how do you recover that quickly? What's your recovery plan?
I think the NBL, like, we're pretty lucky with, the scheduling, because they have to fit it around the AFL season. They have to like jam it into that summer. So our recovery looks pretty good. We generally get on average, maybe like 3 or 4 days in between games, which is nice. But the NBA guys, I don't know, like they play at that level for so long, like pretty much every second day they're playing, is ridiculous.
Yeah, so I lived in LA. I don't know if I ever told you that.
Yeah.
Almost every episode. I lived in LA, so day one or night one, I'd watch Lakers. Night two, Clippers. Then the Bruins, Trojans, and then on the weekends I'd go watch Dave Beckham play soccer, and then I would repeat. And sometimes it was Lakers and Clippers double header. One of them was playing East, one of them was playing West, and so you get the 4:30 game. Clippers are playing in New York, and then the 7:30 game Lakers are playing at home, and it was all you can eat sport. It was amazing.
Yeah,
So
the
crazy
States is nuts.
practical. Like, do you is sleep a priority? Do you ice bath? Do you sauna? So you weight train? Like, are you focused on hydration, protein? Like, what are the things that bring you together to be able to perform?
Yeah, I think for me, like I'm lucky I'm young. So if you ask Sobes, it'd probably be a different answer, and he'd be, he'd be.
Although
on another level.
he's unbelievable.
Yeah. I've never seen Nathan Sobey's probably like the most that I've seen up close is the most professional athlete I've been able to see.
Really?
Like we'll go on the road. I'd like to say if he was going to come on this podcast, I'd like to save him the story. But we'd go on the road and everybody would eat the food that the hotel puts together. But Sobes has his custom, which is just steamed vegetables, chicken breast, and no seasoning, just plain.
Love it.
I've had dinner with him,
So
and I feel like a slob.
Yeah, pretty much. He's just so professional
and so dialed in.
Yeah.
So I get it, because you're younger, you're kind of getting away with, like, you can eat as long as you get enough food. You can,
For me, it's trying to put a little bit more on me, so trying to eat as much as I can. But sleep's a massive one. We're lucky enough, we have a pretty good recovery center out my way called the Kahi Wellness. So that's, sauna, ice bath,
awesome,
hyperbaric chambers and stuff. So try and use that as much as possible. But the weight room seems to be kind of my thing I always get back to, that I can, get mobility, kind of feeling a bit loose. And that's all it's really important for me, for sure.
awesome.
Who's your rep? Who looks after you? Who's your agent?
His name's Solomon Detch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And has he got ties obviously through the NBL, but does he look after other athletes and?
Yeah, he's part of like a broader
Group?
agency as well. Okay. So the agency I'm with is called Promondo. So Solomon, I've known Solomon ever since he wasn't even with Promondo, but I was one of his first clients, and he was only doing NBL, and then he joined Promondo, which is a bigger, and they handle like NBA draft stuff. Like they've got one guy that's projected top 5 this year, Keaton Wagler, who went to Illinois last year. They have a few lottery picks and stuff like that, so they're pretty legit.
Well, I'm really excited for you.
No, thank you.
I think that if you keep applying yourself, you'll be in the NBA.
No, thank you. I hope
I'd
so.
love to see you. I'd love to see you get in the league and represent Australia. I know you play junior championships.
I played Asia Cup recently. We won gold at the Asia Cup, which
that.
was pretty much, that's probably been the pinnacle of my career so far, getting that opportunity and getting to do that, which is really cool. And hopefully it'll be playing for the Boomers at the Olympics or a World Cup, which is really exciting.
I think you're better than a chance, but you've got to apply yourself.
Exactly, of course.
And I think there's also I appreciate your background and you're grounded and you've got your family around you and that's your real tight circle. One of the things for me in business is there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of, I don't want to say fame, because I don't consider myself famous in any stretch of the imagination, but there's a lot of attention when you start doing really good things in business. I can't talk as an athlete. I'm 5'10" and trapped. But when I'm in my mode, I refer to myself, or I take myself to being on the free throw line, and the clock's done, and the score is 98-99, and we're down by 1. And I picture myself on the free throw, and I've been here a million times before. I know the mechanics. I know what I got to do. There's people behind the basket going, "Hey, look at me! Hey, look at me!" Right? And so the analogy that I apply in the boardroom, which is different to you, is if I pay attention to the idiot behind the basket, I'm going to throw myself out of rhythm. If I start, and when I was in LA, start to get caught up in the Hollywood lights, everything that I'm working on and everything I'm trying to achieve for myself and my family, me speaking, not for you, but draw the same conclusion, is at risk. Yeah. And we've seen athletes for decades go and then crash. And so I picture myself on the free throw line, hyper-focused, staying in the craft, in the mechanics, to make sure that I hit both shots to win the game. And a wise woman once said, it's like 7-game series every week, and you've only got to win 4. And so from me to you, as a business guy, not in your world, I'm not a jealous guy, but God damn, I wish I could play. I want to see you remember what it took to get you to the Australia Cup, the Australian team, and to Wisconsin, and then the league, and anywhere else you want to go. I want to see that for you, but just remember, as the noise gets louder, you've got to just remember, one, where you came from, and two, what it took to get there.
Of course.
Because I look at my business today, we have 35,000 users or members. We're doing millions of dollars every month, and the numbers are compounding at a rapid rate because there's demand and interest. But I turn to my team, I go, we've got to do the same thing we did when we just had one building.
Yeah.
We've got 15 buildings now, 75 staff, 35,000 users. Keep doing it's just, you're adding another zero, and the noise is getting louder. But actually, as a professional in my own sport, I just remember what steps I had to go through every single day, which now I look back, 45 years of age, I go, fuck, I've come a long way. But I never played to the crowd. I never played for the brand or to be the hero. I'm always in it playing for my team. I'm always trying to be the contributor. And I'm really inspired by you. I really am. I've watched you come from the back of the bench to start to play for Australia. Now you've got a multi-million-dollar contract that's going to be an additional layer of pressure. But if you just stay Owen Foxwell from the southeast suburbs, man, you become limitless. You really become limitless. And I really, you've got good people around you.
I was going to say, who are your supports when you go to the States?
Like while I'm over there?
Yeah.
As far as
family, nucleus.
Yeah, it stays the same. Like my family will spend a lot of time over in the States. Cool. I'm really lucky that, everybody kind of is so invested in this basketball thing. Like
awesome.
My mum's side of the family is, they watch every game, all 3 of us boys. And then my dad's side as well, his mum is like our biggest fan. So
awesome.
it's really cute. So, but no, I think it's important, like what you said. I think, kind of trusted, the people and who, like what got you to where you are now. And kind of falling back on that and kind of trusting your beliefs and what you think is going to be successful and what got you successful is so important. So like for me, I've had the same skills trainer since I was 12 years old. And, he's helped me get to where I am now. And, I wouldn't change that because I believe in what he's got and what he's done for me. So I think it's kind of the same principle of, trusting what, got you successful. And
I think you've got it, dude. And my understanding of the wider world, no reflection on you, is when people get carried away with the Hollywood lights, when I was in LA, or the fame and the fortune, people lose their way. Look at Tiger Woods, look at any other, like Mike Tyson. Yeah. These guys had it all and they blew it all. But nothing should have changed. They should have just stayed in their rhythm, stayed with their people, shared in the success. I want you to have whatever it is you want to do. But I think you've got something, you've been blessed. You've been blessed with skills and size. You've been blessed with a family. And I want to see you become, not the next Josh Giddey. I want you to become the Owen Foxwell that we as Australians can go, that's our guy.
Sure.
And especially from the southeast suburbs, There's the biggest basketball community in Australia.
It is.
So I'm going to cut it there because I've got to run off to school and pick up my daughter. There's a reality check.
Yeah.
No,
Owen Foxwell, guys, follow him. I'm going to link his Instagram so you can follow his progress. Wisconsin are really excited. They put out a post the other day or a few weeks back or months back, and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people got around it. So here he comes, guys.
Yeah,
No,
good
I
luck.
appreciate
go.
you guys having me. Thank you.
Pleasure.
weareluna.co is a great place for you and your business to start off with phenomenal accounting and legal services. So if you're a startup or a scale up looking for legal and finance support, or alternatively looking to raise capital, weareluna.co is where you need to be starting off.
So amazing. Yeah.
I was excited for him to come on. I'm excited for his journey.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for being able to sit and watch him play for a couple of seasons.
And I love that he's at the start at 22 as well. Like a lot of people in this room are, 40 plus, and just that energy at the start and determination, like anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I love that. Thanks, Kate. We'll see you on the next one.